Hey guys, so this video is about seasonal depression. So I know I'm smiling in the thumbnail like a crazy person, but actually this has been so far a pretty good winter season for me. But normally around this time, like the second I look out the window and I see snow, I'm ready to cry. Literally. Like I don't do well with winter time. Definitely not my favorite time of the year. I have not been diagnosed by a doctor, but I am definitely totally different vibe, totally different personality around this time of year. I'm definitely more, I don't know, I like to go out, but it's like it's cold or it's icy or it's snowing or they're just usually not always things that I want to do, but I had to change my mindset. And that's what I want to talk about, is trying to help change your mindset. Some people literally do have to be on medicine. Or I had a friend of mine, her mom said that her doctor told her she should move out of Michigan because she needed more sunlight and we just don't have enough in Michigan. So there's 4 things that I know have helped me so far. And there's like multiple things within those 4 things. So one of them is creating a great atmosphere within your house. I wrote down notes, of course. I try to make my home as cozy and comfortable as possible. Nice throw blankets. Of course, we got to worry about that DTE bill, so we can't have the heat up too high. But I want it to be comfortable. I don't like to be cold. That's the biggest thing. I do not like to be cold. Like when I come home and I'm bone chilling cold, I take a hot bath. But keeping the home cozy, maybe making some hot chocolate, cozying up with a book. I'm not a big reader, but if that's your thing, this is that time of year. Cozy up with a book. Mine is certain movies. I like to watch a lot of Christmas movies, Home Alone, Elf. I'm into the Twilight movies, so I restarted those, and then Gilmore Girls. I'm a Gilmore Girls fan. Starting that at this time of year is definitely my comfort show. Those are just some things that can help you get through while in the house. Number 2, if you like to do activities during this time, one good one is ice skating. I don't like ice skating, but you can do that inside, do that with a group of friends, and it's fun for some people. I've broken my ankle, I've hit my head on the ice repeatedly, at least 3 or 4 times. It's probably why I don't have it all. So me and ice just we don't click. But besides ice skating, there's also sledding. I did sled a little bit as a kid. Still not my favorite thing to do. I just don't like the cold. But those are options. You can also do things like go to restaurants with friends, which is something that I'm doing more lately, is spending more time with my friends, not just sitting at home alone. Sitting at home alone while it's cold outside, acting like you can't be near people, you're hibernating like a bear. That just doesn't work for me, and it doesn't help with me not being down and sad about it being cold. That's not helpful. And it's probably not helpful to you either if you're sitting at home sad, depressed, it's cold. Try to do stuff with friends as much as you can. Also, bonfires. This is a good time of year for bonfires. There are times that it's not exactly snowing or wet, but it's just cold. Nice bonfire, make some s'mores. You can still do that in the wintertime. Number 3, this is a good time to work on that summer body. I was just telling my daughter this. She was talking about, oh, I'm gonna do such and such in the summer. And I said, well, no, people usually work on their summer bodies in the winter. This is a good time. I do Grow with Joe at home, or if you wanna go out and drive to a gym, you'll be around people. You'll be in a different atmosphere than just being in your house. Or even though it's winter, I still go for walks. You just got to bundle up really good. Really, really good. but I still go out there and we'll go for walks as long as it's not a certain degree. Like it can't be 20 something, but I'll still go out there and go for a walk. Not for as long as I normally would when it's warmer, but you know, just to get out, get that fresh air in your lungs. It's good. It's good for the lungs. So those are 3 really good tips, I think, that can help you get through this dreary time of year. Number 4 is your energy is naturally lower when there's no sunlight, when you're, not going outside of the house as often. So you need vitamin D. Vitamin D and vitamin B12 are 2 great vitamins to take to help you with that. I think vitamin B12 helps with energy, and then D is for, to help with the lack of sunlight. Also, a big thing that you can use at work if you're indoors and there's not a lot of sunlight is sun lamps. Sun lamps are good for home and at work, like at your desk. I know some people at my job, they're down in a basement area, and I know someone, she does have a sun lamp, and she said it is helpful. So that's something to check out. That lighting is very important. But just remember, this is temporary. This is what I had to keep telling myself. Every time it gets around this time, I'm just like, I have to drive through this. It's the shoveling, it's the scraping off the car, it's the warming up the car. So then that means I have to get up earlier. It's traveling to your job in it. It's, it's a lot of things. You have to remember it's temporary. Lately, I would say the last 3 years, I can't remember before that, winter hasn't been that terrible in Michigan, honestly. Knock on wood. It hasn't really been that bad, but it's always cold. And when it hits February, it's brutal cold. Like they've canceled school because you don't want the kids standing at the bus stop freezing to death, So it is important just to think this is a temporary time. It lasts a few months, and then before you know it, it'll be spring again. I love all the seasons. There was this one time that it snowed, and it was like silence. And I stepped outside, and it was just like none of the snow had been touched or moved. No one had been outside or driven. It was just hanging on the trees just perfectly, and it was beautiful. For that moment, it was beautiful. I still hate it though. I still dread it every time. And I do think part of it is just being prepared. I think if you're prepared for it, you're better. If you have snow tires and, you have a car that does pretty well in it, and like I said, comfy, cozy house, blankets, your hot cocoa, your good book or movies, and just some activities. Don't wait and be like, oh, well, I won't see my friends till spring. Still hang out with your friends in the winter. That will help you get through this time. Trust me. Not a doctor. You can ask your doctor. And some people, like I said, do actually need medicine to get through this time. I don't know that I need medicine, but I will say it is a very dark time for me usually. And this year I just decided to take on a new mindset about it. And I have to say it's been better. We're only at the end of December, but it's been better. So I hope these tips help you guys, and hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Comment below too if you guys have any other ideas of what people can do to help them get through winter. All right, see you guys next time.